It's Halloween in an election year, which means two things. One, thankfully, the campaign season is almost over. And two, the campaign season is now drunk and missing half the costume it was wearing earlier in the night. Let's recap the news from this week on the campaign trail in North Carolina. I'd be surprised if Pat McCrory was going as anything other than G.I. Joe for Halloween. Governor Pat could rarely be seen not wearing his weather-fighting soldier getup for 2 weeks during and following Hurricane Matthew, and it seems to have paid off as Weather Pat got a boost in the polls. And why not? If it takes a record-setting hurricane to move HB2 down the list of biggest disasters in North Carolina's history, Ranger Pat is all for it. Meanwhile, McCrory's opponent, Roy Cooper, has been doing his best impersonation of a ventriloquist dummy this Halloween season, happy to let other people do all the talking. First, he let McCrory brag about HB2 as the NCAA and ACC were leaving town. Then, when Park Ranger Pat shifted his focus to Hurricane Matthew, Cooper needed something new to say. So he let other people say it for him. Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, Barack and Michelle Obama. There was even some guy in a Will Ferrell costume campaigning with Cooper at an NC State tailgate this weekend. Oh wait, that was Will Ferrell campaigning with Roy Cooper at an NC State tailgate this weekend. Did I mention this campaign season has gone crazy? Did I mention there was a banner flying overhead at the NC State tailgate that read NC Chinese Americans for Trump? The endorsement seemed like it might have been a joke, especially with Will Ferrell walking around, and because at this point, aren't all messages being flown over college football tailgates kind of a joke? But it wasn't. It was actually paid for by a group of Chinese Americans supporting Donald Trump for president. Unlike this Pat McCrory endorsement from the Roanoke Times in Virginia, which was actually just a shot at McCrory and his handling of HB2. The Times pointed out that Virginia has been the recipient of jobs and sporting events that have left North Carolina. The final two lines of the editorial read, quote, "A data company picked Richmond as the site for a new office with 730 jobs. Industry officials said it beat out Charlotte specifically because of HB2. Feel free to argue all you want which presidential candidate would be best, but it's clear that Virginia would be best served if North Carolina re-elected McCrory." Well played, Roanoke Times. Meanwhile, the Senate race between Deborah Ross and incumbent Richard Burr continues to play out in TV ads only. Well, we've gone from original ads to ads fact-checking those ads to ads with people watching the ads of the fact-checking of the original ads. Could this campaign season get any crazier? And would I have asked that if the answer were no? Of course not. This Saturday, I'm not making this up, at the annual Beast Fest in Bladenboro, North Carolina, two candidates for North Carolina House, I'm not making this up either, got into a scuffle over one candidate accusing the other of distributing a flyer linking his opponent to a white supremacist group. And if one candidate punching another over accusations of being a white supremacist doesn't scream, "Please let this election season end," I don't know what does. Go vote. More early voting sites than ever now open for North Carolina yesterday today. I'm Hayes Permar.